It's your girl Shawanda, aka King's Daughter, and welcome back to my channel. For today's discovery topic, we're going to be talking about something that I am currently in lack of, and that is hair. Yes, I'm going to let y'all in on how I've dealt with my hair over the course of my life and exactly why I cut it. So don't cut off this video. Just keep watching. For those who are watching who do not know me personally, no, I have not always been bald-headed. Now, when I was around, I'll give it 14. Let's say 14. My sister and I decided that we wanted to get relaxers. If you don't know what relaxers are, please Google it. This is not a hair tutorial. So Google what a relaxer is. Basically, honey, our hair was fried, dyed, and laid to the side. Our hair was cut. You couldn't tell us nothing. Our hair was just flowing, just luscious. I can't do it now because I'm bald-headed. You know, with relaxers, you got to keep them up like, I don't know, every 6 weeks or something like that, every 2 months. I don't know how often you have to get relaxers, but you have to get them pretty often. The kid was getting lazy. Now, when we first got our hair relaxed, we went to a licensed professional. She was a professional and she was great. But then something happened to her. I think she moved or something. So we had to do it old school, you know, in the kitchen with your mom or your grandmother putting that thing in your hair. And then after that, I was like, you know what, Jesus, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. I can't do this whole relaxed business anymore. I decided I was going to get box braids. If y'all don't know what box braids are, again, Google it. This would take hours upon hours upon hours upon hours. But I took it and I did whatever I had to do to get my box braids done. But you know, my stepmom, she's a hardworking woman. She didn't always have time to do my braids when I needed them done. So I decided that I was going to start doing them myself. Now, here's the thing. If you are a novice in box braids and you have no experience, just none, about what you're doing, because when I did it, my grip wasn't really that tight and my braids were looking horrendous. So I was just like, okay, bump this. There's just got to be an easier and shorter way for me to achieve a halfway decent hairstyle in half the time and doesn't require all this grip situation. And then the Lord told me about crochet braids. If you know anything about black hair, you know crochet braids are a godsend. You can get your hair done twice as cute in half the time. Again, if you don't know what crochet braids are, honey, now I only have to spend half a day doing my hair instead of all day, which was amazing. So I started doing that towards the end of high school, beginning of college, but it still took a while to do. While I was in college, I had some friends. We were always trying to find ways to perfect our crochets and master our box braids, and that's when I also learned how to cornrow like real nice, because my cornrows, again, I don't have that tight grip. So I had to figure it out. I was not going to stop until I mastered how to cornrow, how to box braid, and how to crochet braid effectively. When I do box braids, I do the rubber band method. So it's like you section your hair, you section it, and like you put it in rubber bands, and then that's how you attach the braiding hair to it. Because I don't have that grip, so that rubber band already gives me that grip for me. So all I have to do is attach it and just braid it. So that just made it a lot easier. All together though, my hair would take me at least all day to do. Crochet braids wasn't as bad, but with washing, detangling, conditioning, cornrow, the braiding pattern, whatever you're doing, and installation of the hair, all together, I want to say it took about five-ish, maybe 6-ish hours to do. And then if it's a day where I decide, okay, I'm gonna put box braids in my hair, don't bother me, don't call me, don't text me, I'm not doing anything today. It's a hair day. And normally it would be like a Sunday or a Friday night while I'm on Bible study, Zoom or whatever, where I'm going to be doing my hair. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm not picking nobody up. I'm not arranging no rides. I'm not making no plans. Today is the day to do my hair because I know for a fact it's going to take all day. Now, I did crochets, box braids, all those things a lot, especially in college. I didn't like having my natural hair out. Because it took a lot of time. It took less time than actual like putting extensions in, but it took a lot of time to like find the right products. If you're a natural, you feel me, it's not cheap. So I had to go through all these different products and figure out what was right for me and And then on top of that, I had to attempt these styles that may or may not have worked out the next day. So like twist outs, always a fail. I could never get a twist out perfect. I had a couple of braid outs that were okay. Afro was a no-no. It was real lopsided. It was just a mess. And I'm just like, no. I didn't really have the tools to be a natural. And I didn't want to attain the tools because I didn't want to spend any more money. And I was tired. Also, like on one side of my head, I don't really have edges. And I know that's a thing in the Black community that we like the swoopy swoop and on one side and it's on this side. I don't have no edges, so it's really hard for me to have my natural hair out and be cute because I don't have no edges over here. So don't know how to remedy that. If y'all know how to remedy that, you know, drop it in the comments to help a sister out. But yeah, so none of those styles would work for me because my hair wouldn't take. So I had to rotate in between 3 different hairstyles. One was like a crown braid. So I would part my hair down the middle and I would have my braids going all the way to the sides to the back and I would just pin them up. The other one was a really cute style that also took me an hour just to do. It was like I had cornrows right here just on the side and like mini twist all through my hair, and that I did that style a lot because it would last me longer. It would last me at bare minimum 2 weeks, so I wouldn't have to do my hair for 2 weeks. And then another style, I would either part my hair right here, have a braid going this way and have a ponytail in the back, or I would do like a deep side part, do 2 braids and have the ponytail or a bun in the back. Those are the 3 styles I went through. So one day I was talking to my homegirl, Lena. She's a photographer and she's a blonde photographer at that. Her handle will be dropped right here. I was telling her, well, she was talking to me and she was like, girl, I want to cut my hair. I was like, yes, girl, cut your hair. And then she was like, oh, I might get a bob. I said, a bob? No. I'm Googling hairstyles that are for her hair type. And then I come across this picture of somebody with a short hairstyle like mine is right now. But she had my hair texture. And I said, what is this? And at that time, I had already been on the fence about cutting my hair. So I started looking and scrolling down Google stock images. And I said, it's settled. They look cute with this haircut, so I'm gonna get me a haircut. So I took her, it was on a Friday, I took her to get her haircut. But of course, this was during Rona, so I had to stay in the car. So I waited in the car for her. I was just like going through text, going through Instagram, whatever. She comes out with this haircut. I said, girl, who is that? That ain't my friend. Who is that? That's a whole new woman. Yes. And like, she looks young, but it made her look older, but in a good way. It made her look more mature, not mature, mature. And I was like, oh, that settles it. I have to get mine cut. Literally 2 days later, I hit up my homegirl, Shay. Shout out to Shay. And I was like, girl, do you think you can cut my hair? And then she was like, oh yeah, for sure. It was like walking me through it, how it was gonna go. And in my mind, I'm like, as I was driving there, I'm like, okay, yep, this is really about to happen. I'm really about to cut my hair. We got there and she was walking me through the steps, like, okay, we're gonna go little by little and just to see like what your desired length is. And in my mind, I'm like, nah, fam, just cut it all off. And she was cutting my hair, all I heard was bzzz, 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 bzzz. I'm like, I'm sitting there, I'm calm. Cause normally when I see like people cut their hair in these videos, they be crying. Oh my hair, Like, nobody told you to go and get your hair cut. You made this decision. So I'm just like, okay, I'm going to remain calm. I'm not going to freak out. And then she had cut like all of it off. And then he was like, so you want it all off? I said, yes. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. We're going to cut it all off. We're not going to have barely any hair left on the scalp. So she was done, and I went and I looked in the mirror. All I could do was laugh. What did I just do? I said, why did I do this to myself? Oh! But at the same time, I looked in the mirror. I said, wow. You are the most gorgeous woman I have ever seen in my life. Period. Like, I was really feeling myself. I said, bow, bow, bow. It was such a confidence booster, and I loved it. I have suffered from issues with my self-esteem. Baby, when I tell you she cut all that hair off, I was like, self-esteem who? Self-esteem issues where? Because, honey, you are the baddest thing walking. And I've never said that about myself. So it's been really good to just get rid of all this hair and really come out and see my natural beauty. Even though my makeup is done today. Even when I don't have makeup on, I'm just like, wow. Crochet braids and all these other things. There were like shorter styles that I could have tried, but I'm just like, no, I want long hair. I want long hair. I want long hair. I want long hair. And now that I'm bald-headed, I don't think I'm ever gonna go back to having long hair again because, honey, when I tell you, my wash day went from an hour and a half to 20 minutes. It's great. It's great. I can go play in the rain if I want to. I can go swimming and not worry about getting my hair wet. It's such a luscious experience. I will encourage y'all, especially to my black women out there. If you've never cut your hair before, yo, do it. If you don't care for the short look, you don't think it's gonna look cute on you, I would encourage you to try it. But whatever you do or decide to do with your hair, whether it's wigs, weaves, short hair, long hair, dreads, crochets, box braids, whatever, just remember that you are always beautiful on the inside first and then on the outside. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you tap that like button. Leave me a comment down below and let me know how y'all did with y'all's hair. Does it take you 6, 7, 8 hours to do your hair, or you short like me and it takes you 10 minutes? If you try to follow the kid on all the socials, I will drop them down below. Also, shout out to Lena and Shay, who are special mentions, honorary mentions in this video. All right, y'all, that's it for today's video. So remember, what do I always say? Peace, love, live, laugh, be blessed, okay? My name is Shawanda, aka King's daughter, and not mad.